Hello everybody, this is Zacharias here. We're back with more of Avernum 2 Crystal Souls. Here we are now exploring the Black Cube to do this quest for Oliver Oblosk, since we couldn't complete the one for Bartholomew. And I don't know, it kind of looks like a regular Black Cube to me. Nothing real issue, but ooh, what does this button do? You step through a small concealed door in the corner of the stone structure. Inside, you find a narrow corridor. This building is shaped like a cube. The walls to either side stretch far above you and are lost in the shadows. I'm hoping... maybe I should spend at least one skill point in tool use next time I level up, but I don't know. I kind of want to stay true to my plan here. Okay, so far so good. Kind of like a maze, isn't it? We got some ice lizards here. Okay, so the ice lizard was definitely immune to the ice effects of the sword, but definitely not immune to the regular sword damage. Oh, I want to explore, dang it. I want to explore, dang it. I want to explore, dang it. Ow. What the heck? Okay, so this is definitely deliberate because of how monsters spawn everywhere every time you try to explore. So this is clearly deliberate on the buildings part. We can definitely survive it though. So let's move him a little bit further away. Come on. Ooh, that's actually very well hidden. I almost didn't see that. You step through the door and see small, comfortable living quarters. There is a row of single beds, a cooking pot, and a wooden table and chairs. The crown symbol of the Empire is prominently displayed. Oh, what do you know? We got some Empire soldiers here. Oh, I forgot I could use the adrenaline rush with Moses since his stuff is boosted right now. The dervish of the Empire collapses. There is a grunt and a clash of steel when he hits the floor. You have destroyed the defenses and defenders of this fortress. It will no longer serve as an outpost for Empire raiders. This is a small but significant victory for Avernum. You see a red piece of paper jutting from one of the dervish's pouches. You pull it out. It's a pass used to pass through some of the Empire's lower security checkpoints. Go ahead and sell these while we're at it. Nice, we see that particular sword again. Not nearly as good as the stuff we have now, but we can just put it on our guy just for the heck of it. Oh, BS. BS. Okay, so we just needed to kill the commander. We didn't need to get in that room anyway. But... oh, no, I don't want to come back in here. I want to get out of here. That was a quick dungeon to clear out, so I might just explore the next area here soon. Or not the next area, but the next town in this video. Actually, let me check here. Yeah, that was relatively quick. We can definitely cover the next town. I'm still curious to see if there's a trainer that can build up our tool use so we can actually take advantage of it. Because we have plenty of loot and plenty of money right now. Oliver of Bluff wanted that done. You report to Oliver your destruction of the Black Cube. Excellent. This will help us to take control of the Central Seas. You're rewarded with a pouch of coins and a belt made of drake skin. Okay, that's definitely better than what we had, so I'm just gonna... Actually, I feel like my priest is gonna benefit from that. I mean, not my priest, but my sorcerer is gonna benefit from that a little bit more. So we're gonna put that on him instead. Oop, nope. Let's sell this. Sell it when we can. We still need to find those papers, but it's clear we need a higher tool use to get to it. The air carries a hint of sulfur and blood. There is a gray haze in the air, and you can hear the boom of distant explosions. You're near the city of Darman and the front lines between Avernum and the Empire. Occupied territory starts not far to the northwest. You have almost reached the war. Ooh, a wisdom crystal. We can use that when we can. Okay, this is definitely the front. You meet a group of Avernite soldiers. They are dirty and exhausted. Being so close to the front, they've seen a lot of action recently. They nod to you respectfully and walk on by. They barely even looked at you. You might have been an Empire raiding group for all they knew. You hope that they aren't always so lax around strangers. There is a sprawling stone building by this lake. Though no roads leads here, there are signs of many travelers coming to this hut before you. Waiting outside are several merchants, some carrying goods in, some bringing them out. You enter the building. Inside, a profusion of goods, mundane and weird, are being sold. A small, beautiful woman with long black hair whirls up to you. Welcome, come in quick, get your shopping done before the Empire comes. She introduces herself as Shani. She says she's been running her bazaar here for some years and that this is her closeout sale before she moves on to safer lands. She offers to take you to her special adventurer section. In the midst of all the havoc, Shani has been working hard to gather unusual items. Now they can help you during your adventures, for a price. Okay. Dang, she is really close to where we're at. Most farmers live in this area left a while ago, not wanting to live so close to the front. The brave souls who remain are struggling to grow their crops. You spend some time trading news with the farmers. They are all armed, and you can't blame them. There is a band of Avernite soldiers here watching the border. When they see you, they're immediately suspicious. They grill you intensely about who you are, where you came from, and why you're here. Then, finally, they realize who you are. They apologize for bothering you and wave you by. Still, it was nice to see them so vigilant. You enter a massive network of stone walls, magical barriers, traps, and ever-vigilant garrisons of Avernum soldiers. This is the front line. This is the main point where the forces of Avernum and the Empire face each other directly. In the valley above you to the north, you see the Empire barricades, guarded by hordes of organized, well-trained troops. Both sides have excellent defenses. They sit in an uneasy stalemate. You move up to the Empire barricade. When you get close enough, a group of enemy soldiers run out and charge you, thinking you easy prey. You run back to the safety of the Avernum lines. The Empire soldiers shout some insults at you, impugning your bravery, and return to their lines. Okay, so we don't want to go through there because I think that's going to be a huge fight if we did. There is a natural steam vent in the small cave. A foundry and forge have been built here, frantically preparing iron weapons and to send north to the front line. Normally, the shortage of supplies would keep them from selling you anything. However, being in the Avernum army, you can buy some arms here. Darman's metal workers are the finest in Avernum. Darman's metal workers are making weapons as fast as they can, which immediately are taken to the front lines to the north. Let's head over here to Darman then. This is the Darman Arms, the largest and most luxurious inn in Avernum, which, granted, doesn't mean much. Most of the people here are soldiers and envoys from the castle. Civilians and merchants have been heading east as fast as they can. A small pregnant woman with black curly hair sits in the corner. She holds a small boy in her arms. His face is flecked with red and he looks very ill. I am Malka, and this is Daniel, she says, indicating her son. If you came for work, I can't help you. You mentioned my coming for work? Once I aided the scimitar. I gave missions. Secret work against the Empire. It is no longer necessary, so I care for my sick child. Why is your job no longer necessary? Because the war against the Empire is now in the open, not in the shadows. If you want to fight them, don't come to humble little me. Go to the castle. How is he doing? He's been infected with some sort of cave disease, a weird fungus infection that's eating him up. There was a medicine to treat it being sent here, but the package was lost. It was being brought by boat from Silvar, but we haven't heard anything of it. The boat never made it to Almeria. Malka cradles Daniel in her arms. Occasionally he coughs and she gives him a worried look. Is your son alright? Oh, I'm so worried. I don't mind telling you. My boy, Daniel, is very sick. Some cave disease. Do you know what disease he has? A rare one. Gray mold doesn't work. Sarah's prayers barely help. There is a package of medicine coming, but, well, I'm not sure we'll get it. I have the... Malka cradles Daniel in her arms. Occasionally he coughs and she gives him a worried look. I have the package of medicine you mentioned. We actually got it earlier from that crash isle that was close to Kotra and Silvar. Malka describes the package and you show her the box he found. She almost faints with joy. Thank you. She opens it and indeed it contains 3 small bottles of medicine. In gratitude, she solemnly takes a necklace from around her neck and hands it to you. Is your son alright? Yes, the medicine you brought helps, but it's working very slowly. And caring for Daniel keeps me up all hours. I'm very tired, but I think he'll be okay, and that's what's important. The medicine helped, and he'll probably get better. Without the medicine, he'd probably be dead by now. But there's still a ways to go before he's all better. She smiles. Still, thank you so much for your help. Ruby necklace. Oh, who is the lowest in XP right now? Okay, looks like Moses is, so we're gonna use that on him. Pretty much the same thing, really. We could just sell it. Just give it to her, actually, since he's already buffed up in gymnastics. The innkeeper Darman is a tired, dour fellow. His depression is only mildly alleviated by your approach. I'm Messner, he says. How can I help you? What are your services? I run the Darman Arms, and believe me, we got plenty of space. Things have been real slow, but we have the nicest rooms in Avernum, only 15 coins, and the best ale. Decent fungal brew, only 10 coins. Let me know if you want a meal or a room. Why are things so slow? It's a war. Nobody wants to stay here when they're afraid the next day the Empire might take the city. A few merchants come, but they drop off their stuff and go. No staying and partying like they always did before. No, these are not good times for the Darman Arms. This looks like a fine inn. The largest, most comfortable inn in Avernum. Darman has the best of everything, even in these dark times. My pride and joy. But things have been very, very slow. Messner sighs. Is there anything else you need? I suppose I can serve you more if you need it. Can I get a drink? As promised, the ale is decent. Bitter and vile, but less so than usual. I don't need anything. The standard story. Leave me to my despair. It's fine. You definitely feel bad for like businesses that have to go down. This cave contains a stable where the many merchants that visit Darman leave their wagons and the lizards that pull them. There is only one wagon and a pair of lizards here. The constant fighting has been scaring the merchants away. Okay, we definitely need that pylon. A beggar approaches you. He holds a begging bowl out in front of him. I'm Keith, my mighty soldier. Spare a coin? Why are you begging on the streets? Not all of us have had the fortune to be able to head for safer lands, my lord. So if you would give me a coin, I would much appreciate it. I take it that many have left here? All the richer folks has been heading east for safer places. Only the soldiers is around here now, and some shopkeepers and me. He holds out a bowl and hoping for a coin. You poor creature, let me help you. He accepts the coins in stunned silence. Thank you, my lord. I am overwhelmed by your generosity. I'm going to the inn to buy things. He hobbles off. Well, you would definitely give the innkeeper some business by having all that money and doing that. The box contains a small bundle wrapped in clean cotton. It looks like it came from the surface world. Inside the cloth, you find a set of 7 fine steel tools. There's a tiny hammer, 2 screwdrivers, and implements you don't recognize. These items are very valuable to the right buyer. Quality tools like this from the surface are very rare. Even though we did steal a little bit and broke into here, I think that might be a quest that will penalize your reputation, so we're not gonna do it. The general pattern of things is that the closer you get to Avernum's front against the Empire, the tougher the soldiers you meet become. Darman is no exception. The warriors of Darman are a tough, grim lot, and they immediately recognize you as of a kind with them. They don't have much free time, but they spare it to trade drinks and stories with you. A proclamation written on fine vellum has been pinned to this job board. King Micah of the castle has sent out a call. All the greatest, bravest heroes of Avernum have been summoned. Avernum needs your help and your strength. Report to your king so that you can help save Avernum. The northern lake of Darman is always ringed with clumps of slime and algae. Alas, recently some of those lumps have started to move on their own, perhaps due to magic of some sort. Those lumps need to be struck repeatedly until they stop moving around. When this is done, report your useful service to Captain Ebbeth. A note has been left on the board. I, Star Captain, creating a new and powerful laboratory in Darman. I will require a beaker, abacus, hourglass, and mortar and pestle. This will help me to equip my lab. Bring these things to me, and I will reward you. Do not enter my lair quietly, or I may be startled and destroy you. A dangerous nest of rock Sasha has taken hold south of Darman. These matchily skilled in the film are hunting Avernite patrols and caravans. Bounty is offered if their sinister leader can be found and slain. Collect payment from Mayor Genevieve. Okay, so we have that. Alright, let's head back to the castle and do that for King Micah real quick. Let's get that done. Really need to buy some training though. We're gonna find another trainer here. You report to King Micah and tell him about the proclamation you saw in Darman. Ah, I had hopes that would attract adventurers not already known to us. Oh well, you are still very welcome here. Avernum can use your help. let's just head in here. The guard checks to make sure you have Magi clearance, and he opens the gate so you can pass. Ooh, so we needed Magi clearance to get in there. Okay. Interesting. The captain of this garrison takes a moment out from its incessant reviewing of reports and marching orders to speak with you. I am Captain Ebbett. State your business quickly, soldier. Being near the front takes all we have. What responsibilities fall on your shoulders? Well, my job is pretty much everything. I handle the prisoners. I send troops to the front and Fort Remote. I hold people's hands. I never sleep. I deal with confused adventurers. I do everything. Surely you don't actually hold anyone's hand. He looks annoyed. Yes, yes, very clever. Do you have a reason to waste my time? Do you have any prisoners now? Yeah, we got a talkative prisoner in one of the cells. Try not to pester her. She's in for a long day of questioning tomorrow. Can you tell me about Fort Remote? Avernum's westernmost fort. It's away to the southwest. Bunch of Empire forts and stuff beyond there. We send them troops and supplies. It got destroyed a few years back, but it's rebuilt now and strong. Captain Ebbett sighs. I suppose you need more of my time. You are an important person. You detect a trace of sarcasm, but just a trace. What else do you want? Tell me about the front. Where have you been? It's the main front lines between us and the Empire, up to the north. All the troops and supplies that head up there pass through here. And let me tell you, that's a lot of work. How long have we held them there? Almost a year now. Hard to imagine it's been that long. We never thought we could stop them. It's only their limited numbers that gave us any hope. How long can we hold them? Nobody knows. Maybe a day. Maybe forever. Maybe the front already fell. If it falls, the Great Cave will burn. There is a narrow tunnel coming off of Darman's stinking refuse pit. It leads to a small door. Yeah, I guess this is just a way out. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, this has to be the clumps of vegetation that one of them wanted. I think it was the captain we just talked to. Oh boy, I think we have to break that barrier. Fortunately, we are strong enough to take on golems, so there's that. It makes sense to have like hostile creatures around anyway because of a war going on, so I don't blame whoever is here. It's just unfortunate that our group has to be the one that has to deal with traps and stuff. I mean, like, they couldn't arrange it to where we didn't have to fall for it. All this knock back around. You know what? You dump a pile of magical supplies in front of Starcap. He inspects the item. These will do, I suppose. He rewards you with 3 lizard skin scroll tubes. You meet a Grain Mage. He is surprisingly large and strong for one in his profession. He looks surprised and then irritated that you have intruded on his privacy. You're lucky you're a soldier or you'd be charred meat by now. I'm Starcap. He barks. What are you doing here? I was just having a look around. May I inquire about what you were doing back here? Trying to protect my privacy. He watches you carefully, looking for some move which would give him an excuse to blast you. I see. I am sorry to have disturbed you. Yes, and if you weren't an Avernite soldier, you'd be dead already. Now, why have you interrupted my knowledge seeking? I'm curious about your research. He starts to get angry at your impertinence, but then he calms down. I might as well say, I'm scrying to find the Onyx Scepter. What is this Onyx Scepter? It's a very powerful artifact, which was lost some years back. It was given to the dragon Sulfurus. Do you know the Sulfurus? Sadly, no. She is the mightiest dragon in these caves. She lives in the tunnels to the west of Fort Remote, but our spies say that she has been subdued by the Empire forces. I'm trying to tell if the Onyx Scepter is still in her lair or if the Empire has moved it. There. That is what I am trying to find, and I have had no luck. Now leave me in peace so I can restore my defenses. You have defenses? Not yet, he grins nastily. Although the next nosy trespassers I get won't survive to reach me. When you get close to this pool, you think that you can see shapes shifting under the surface of the water. When you look closer, you just see the granite basin under the water. It's probably a scrying pool, a tool used by highly skilled wizards to see things far away. You don't know how to use it. You start to flip through the pages of the book. It's very strange. When you look at the lizards, they shift around before your eyes. Then they shift again. They move too fast for you to track them. Whatever you need to read this book, you don't have it. You close it before it gives you a splitting headache. We tried to read the book on the pedestal. I couldn't. And I should help you? It's not your book. And even if it was, you need to get Patrick to give you a... Never mind. I don't want to talk to you. I have work to do. He starts to ignore you. Can you teach me any magic? Why, of course. Here is the little spell for eradicating pests. He casts a spell. You find yourself somewhere else. Okay, well, at least he rewarded us for giving him his lab equipment. You tell Captain Ebbeth that you chopped up the shambling monsters. He makes a note on the scroll. Another job done. Now for your bounty. He gives you a wand and some money. That item is fine Darmanite magic craft. You are lucky to have it. Okay, we might actually use that then. The good news is we don't have to carry any more of that other stuff. I still don't see what the point of the Drake egg was. I haven't really gotten a quest to do something with that. But Starcap did tell us about how he can possibly, you know, read that book in his room. You meet a very young and muscular woman in rough prisoner's garb. She sits on her crude bedding. The remnants of healthy skin tone mark her as a recent arrival from the surface world. Another interrogator? I am Lieutenant Agate of the Army of the Empire. Do your worst. I want to ask you a few questions. He looks you over. You aren't my usual questioners. I was telling them about the Southwest Quadrant. That's where you got me. What about the Southwest Quadrant? She thinks for a moment. She tries to remain calm, hoping that you don't hurt her. It's west of your fort remote. We have 3 forts there. 3 mighty forts. Better than anything you have, that's for sure. What are they? Well, I've already told, so I can tell you. There's Kothar and Jirak and the lair of Sulfurous. I'll tell more, but only to my captors. Not you. Sorry. How can we get into one of those forts? She keeps silent, watching you with a half smile. There's not much you can do. She's not your prisoner, and she knows it. Okay. And we also don't want to do anything that would anger our superiors, clearly. The Mayor of Darman is sitting behind her desk, fingering her sash of office. She is not much older than you and has a calm, organized demeanor. There are very few papers on the top of her desk. Your interruption irritates her until she sees who you are. Ah, I have heard that you arrived in Darman. I am Mayor Genevieve. What can I do for you, soldier? Are you working right now? At this moment, no. I'm enjoying a few minutes of peace, thinking about a few of our problems. I suppose your job is not often peaceful. She indicates the lack of papers on her desk. One contingent of troops just headed out. The new one hasn't arrived yet. Things are, for the moment, calm. In this business, you learn to stop and take a breath when you can. Mayor Genevieve smiles. Anything else you need to know? Her air of tranquility is strongly at odds with the chaos of Darman. I'm looking for work. Hoping for a promotion, eh? You came to the right place. I could use some help. Of course, we have a lot of problems. The standard problems. Lately, we've gotten a new one. An unusual threat. What is this new danger? Some of our patrols to the south have been attacked by bands of giants. Not normal giants, but mutated giants. Misshapen, stronger, and deadly. We think that the Empire is creating them. That is why I'm looking for some adventurers to undertake a mission for me. Please tell me more about this mission. In the caves west of Fort Remote is its fortress Kothar. There the Empire carries out bizarre magical experiments, we believe involving giants. Go there, sneak in, find records explaining what they were doing, and bring them here. I will reward you. Okay. So we have that quest to do. Man, I didn't mean click on the guard. Oh well. The hidden passage ends in a dark, dingy little room. It is also smelly. You meet a sleazy man. Dirty brown stubble protrudes from his pasty flesh. He looks you over, carefully evaluating your gear and general level of vulnerability. He gives you a grin, revealing green-tinted teeth. So, you found your way in, mighty hero of Avernum. I am Gunther. Welcome to my humble shop. I hope I am worthy of helping someone as lofty as you. What kind of shop is this? Small, humble one. I bring useful goods from the Abyss. I'd like to know more about the Abyss. No, you don't. Avernites don't care about the Abyss. Why should you? You are all so wise and mighty, and we're just scum. Why did you leave the Abyss? He shakes his head. The Empire came. Many died. Bad for business. Very slow. That's why I came here. The Empire has little but pain for the likes of us. Let me see your wares. Gunther sells a wide variety of goods. You don't ask any questions about where they came from. Why is your shop hidden like this? Well, see, sometimes you gotta be a little discreet, you know. The guards don't like me much, cause see, I sometimes hire people to do little jobs for me. I would never work for you. Then I won't waste your time, and you shouldn't waste mine. You should go now. Yeah, I think accepting this quest is gonna penalize your reputation, so That's why we're gonna avoid that. This is the Temple of the Cross Swords, the largest temple in Avernum. For years, warriors have journeyed here to pray for safety and honor in battle. With coming the Empire War, the shrine has been bombarded with visitors. The floor in front of the altar is covered with broken weapons, shields, tunics, and other trophies taken from slain foes. There are also scrolls, each naming a friend lost to battle. This temple is very popular among the many warriors of the front. I like how we can just go ahead and take these items, though, to sell. Want a trainer, though. Where can I get some training? This woman's face is lost in the shadows of her hood. As she moves, a multitude of weapons under her robes leave telltale bumps. She looks you over. When she speaks, her voice is soft and cold. I am Mother Sarah, keeper of the Temple of Cross Blades. Are you free to speak with me today? Her voice comes from deep within the hood, quiet and sad. Yes. Earlier, I was away from the temple to see the soldiers. Now I can attend to the pilgrims. What soldiers did you visit? To the north are the front lines. These soldiers are the core that prevents the Empire from springing from their caves into the Great Cave, and from there into Avernum. I walk among them to watch them. I give them my support to lend them strength. How do you do that? I help by leadership, by prayers, by kind words, and when need be, with magic. Do you know much magic? I can cast many powerful spells. What is more, for a donation, I will teach them to those who support us. If you ever wish to purchase my teaching, let me know. You look at Sarah. Inside her hood, all you can see are her eyes. They are calm and cold. She knows not to grow emotionally attached to any warrior who passes through her gate. I am friend to all warriors of Avernum. What else do you wish to know? What sort of temple is this? This is the mighty temple in Avernum, the Temple of the Cross Blades. Tell me more. This is the Shrine of War. We appeal to the spirits of the dead. We cry out to those who have fallen before us so that they can help us. Give us strength in the trial we face. Does the Empire have temples of crossblades? Of course. It is one of the oldest and most valued of faith. How do you know that the spirits won't help them and not us? The thought doesn't seem to have occurred to her. Because we are just and fight for the right, and they do not. Of course. Can you teach me some of your magic? Sarah only knows a few war rituals, but they are all extremely powerful. You know what? This is good enough for me, though. Now we can finally sell our items. I'm ready to go. Then you will be in my thoughts. I will ask the spirits of the fallen to watch over and guide you. Good luck, Defender. Now we have access to all these spells. Divine Retribution, I definitely really wanted. The shop is full of dust and cobwebs. Its owner abandoned it. Nothing of value was left behind. This man's skin has been permanently modeled by a life working with acidic dyes and chemicals. He self-consciously raises his hand to his blue speckled cheek. Welcome. I am Largo the Alchemist. Welcome. I see you bear the marks of your distinguished profession. He nervously raises a hand to his cheek. Thank you, I guess. I make potions. You can buy them from me, but that is a sideline. I am at heart an alchemical researcher. You do research then? Oh, yes, indeed. Avernum is an unpleasant place, but an inherently magical one. Every plant down here has been magically shaped in some way in order to enable it to survive. The result is flora of unusual alchemical power. I've been able to do years of meaningful research on mandrake alone. What is mandrake? Rare, wondrous fungus, hard to find and unmatched in its power. And since you seem wise folks, I can use some of my recipes using this plant if you wish. Where might we find some mandrake for ourselves? He frowns. That is quite rude, I'm afraid. You should never ask an alchemist where he gets his ingredients. That's very private. Can you make anything out of mandrake for me? Not yet, but soon. In the meantime, you should speak with the alchemist of Patrick's Tower. I'm interested in... Largo waits to see what else you want. You notice that his hands are also covered with green and black spots, and these are slowly creeping up his arms. His hands also shake gently. Largo notices whenever you notice, and he constantly becomes more self-conscious. I'm interested in buying some of your potions. Largo's potions are of as high quality as you expect to find from the famed craftsman of Darman. Don't need any potions. Then I wish you good day. He is eager to regain his precious solitude. This woman working at the table is surprisingly young, only in her teens. Her shop features a variety of missile weapons. She is currently salvaging feathers from Empire arrows to place on shafts of her own. She introduces herself. She squints at you and nods when you enter. Julie the Fletcher. What are you working on? She grins. I'm doing what I've done since I was little. Archery. You can purchase my work. It's modest, I admit, but it will do the job. That's a long time to devote to one profession. I came with my parents into Avernum when I was 6. Since then, I've always been fascinated by archery. The elegant curves that iron tip shafts make as they pass through the air. The satisfaction of an arrow sent true. And now, when our people need arms more than anything, I am honored and proud to be able to help. You were banished to Avernum as a child? She sighs. Usually, children aren't. I should have been left on the surface with a relative, but all my relatives were already down here. You see, a local noble wanted our family land, so he had us all banished, one by one. So here I am. I'd rather be on the surface, true, but this is my home now. I'll fight for it. Julie continues to work on her fletchery. She is an unusual age for an Avernite. Most people in Avernum were banished when they were older. Most children are very young, haven't been conceived down here. Do you sell razor discs? Not yet. I have some, and I'm studying them. One day I will figure out how to craft them. The Vonatai are smart, but they're not completely beyond us. May I peruse your goods? Despite her modesty, Julie's missiles are extremely high quality. I don't need anything. I hope you continue to not need my wares. Safe travels. Yeah, that's kind of a business that you don't want to be healthy, to be honest. Even by Avernum standards, the woman behind the counter is pale. Her skin is of pure, unblemished ivory, more reflected than the polished shields on the counter in front of her. Though she seems small and delicate, the tools surrounding her tell you that she is no stranger to a forge. I am Ripple, she says. Welcome to my shop. How is business? Business is brisk. War is profitable, sadly. You can buy armor or you can sell me the salvage of the battlefield. Here at the front, we take all the equipment we can get. Where is the front right now? Up north, not far. There's been vicious fighting back and forth for months. Nasty fighting. Heavy losses. Our best supplies have come from the fallen foe. Fine metalwork brought down from the surface. I buy all the stuff I can, fix it up, and pass it on to the army. We ain't picky. Sometimes we can't afford pride. I've heard it said that pride comes before a fall. It rings true. Of course, we'd rather use our own crafts than blades stolen from the corpses of our foemen. But we can't. We just don't have enough. That simple. Ripple polishes one of her shields with rag. Is there any other way I can be of assistance? Anything special you're looking for? As a matter of fact, we've been making weapons so quickly that we've run low on materials. In particular, fine leather and steel and focusing crystals to infuse them with power. Every set of the 3 you can bring me, I will reward you very well. We have some materials for you. It's a great relief to unload these bulky materials on a willing buyer. Ripple counts out 400 coins for a set of materials. Even counting the risk and effort to get the stuff here, it's a very good price. Ripple shakes her head. Sorry to say, but we just got a big shipment of ore in. We can't afford the big prices anyway. Afraid that I can't pay what I've been paying. Sorry. She also gives you a pair of greaves. I made these from the gear you brought. I think you can make good use of them. But we can sell you all this and make more money. Can you craft something for me? I can. Word of your deeds has spread even to the front. I will be honored to be able to spend some of my limited time helping you. To take advantage of my skills, you must provide fine steel on focusing crystals. In return, you get the aid of the finest craftsmen in Avernum. I don't need you to make anything for me, and I should return to my work. Anything else? I would like to examine your wares. Ripple has a few pieces of quality armor, but most of her stock was scavenged. I don't need anything. Alright, thank you, come again. And we leveled up like a bunch of times there. Again, I hate to not buy any tool use, but at the same time, I do need to make sure these are maxed out before I do anything. Okay, those are maxed out. I wonder though, since we're in Darman, yeah, we already have that stuff anyway. We don't need. That's a. Well, we can equip it on her though, no problem. And also a broadsword. Yeah, we don't need a steel broadsword anymore. We'll just sell that back. But that's why I suggest you actually build those up in stock first. So, yeah, you build up the stock first and then proceed to go from there. All right, I'm going to go ahead. We did a lot in this video, so I'm going to go ahead and save the game right here at this spot. But I'll see you all very soon with the next part of Let's Play.